Empress. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. If you want a more personal, you can reach me at patreon.com/code with the cards. All right, so this message is for Taurus. All right. Taurus, can I ask y'all something? Because every so often I have to do this with you, and I also sometimes every so often have to do this with Libra. All right. This reading won't be long, I promise you, but I just have to have this conversation with y'all. All right. So the title of this is called "This is a Good Thriller." Okay. And it always is always funny how the horror movie starts versus how the horror movie ends. Okay. Almost always you never really see a horror movie ending with whatever the bad entity is living and going along happy and living free. Okay. You really ain't never seen that. Almost always, even in Michael Myers movies, Halloween, that motherfucker go through hell. Okay. I don't know if y'all be paying attention or not to the stuff that be happening to Freaky Jason and to Mike Myers, but Mike be going through it. Okay. While he might not fall and he might not quit, might be going through it. So I'm saying this to say, this may be the beginning of a good thriller, but remember, that person's going through hell all the way in between. And almost always at the end of the movie, that person or those people, they're never happy or they're never balanced. All right. So if this is your scene, if this is your movie, you need to make sure that you're giving somebody hell all the way in between. Okay. Because I feel like somebody is trying to play nice. Yeah. Somebody's trying to play nice. Maybe you're trying to play nice for the sake of love. But let me quickly remind you why you are polarity to Scorpio, okay? You rule the pentacles because I can give you my pentacles and I know you won't spend it. You rule the pentacles because I can give you my pentacles, and if something happened, you're going to guard the pentacle, okay? The Taurus, the Queen of Pentacles, she guards her home with her life, okay? So now, if they say home is where your heart is, or home is the house of love, then that means your heart is home. Your heart is the house of love. Now, it ain't that easy to get into someone's house. Why? Because there's locked doors. Okay, so who rules the picket, lock, and the key? All right. I feel like for whoever it is that I'm talking to here, you need to understand that you don't let everybody have a key to some shit. Okay. Now, boom, let's go back. If I gave you $10,000 Taurus and I told you, okay, go get some clothes, go get your hair done, go get your nail done, go buy you some shit, go glam yourself up, you quite forget about the shit that's going on the second you pick up the money. When money is picked up, you don't give a fuck. That's your mantra. When money is picked up, I don't give a fuck. Like lately, for whatever reason, I think that people have came up with the concept to fuck with your money. And as they're fucking with your money, they're allowing you to pay attention to the fact that your money is being teetered or bothered with. And so since that is the case, you are now looking at everything around you as a replacement. Okay. I feel like for whoever this is, you don't need to look around you. You need to focus on your plan for getting to that bag. And while this may be a good thriller, remember all the way through a thriller, them people be getting they asses whooped. Now let's go back. Go back a little further than that. Let's go to your exes, okay? You haven't had an ex yet, okay? Taurus anything that hasn't tried to spin the block on you. Now, while they had you in the middle of the thriller going through it, you know, getting fucked up and fixing it and yada, 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 you got to remember at the end, it always ended. I'm saying this because Taurus you don't have to worry about how people feel about you because you know already. You're a Taurus. You know people fuck with you. You know people feel like you a baddie. Or if you a man, they know you handsome. They know y'all smart. They know that y'all bullheaded. And if people aim to hold your emotions as hostage because they feel like that's the only leverage they have. If somebody is staring at you, which people tend to stare at y'all a lot, when somebody is staring at you, the one thing that they're waiting for while looking at you is for a reaction. That could be a facial expression. That could be body language. That could be a sigh. It could be anything. They're waiting for something from you as a reaction, okay? And they're almost always not going to get it. So leave them waiting. Trust me, the way energy works, remember, when you're waiting on your money, you find some bullshit to get into. When they're waiting for a reaction, you find your money. I hope this is making sense. All right, you got the Tower in reverse, Judgment, Two of Pentacles, Three of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. Okay, so the Queen of Wands with the Three of Wands automatically tells me that you kind of like just in like some sort of renewing energy, okay, resetting energy. I feel like you're also teetering between thoughts and actions. So while you're, maybe this is like R. Kelly when he's like, my mind is telling me no, but my body's telling me yes. Okay, so maybe your body is saying one thing, but your mind is saying another. I think you should listen to your mind. All right, I think you should listen to your mind because remember, the devil rules sex. He rules your COOCHIE, or your PINS, so, or PENIS. So just something to think about. All right, but I can assure you this, Taurus, you about to have a conversation with somebody. You have this conversation, I say, within the next 72 hours. It could actually be as less as 11 hours. I feel like you're gonna have a conversation with somebody, and then immediately something's just gone. So if this is a job, I feel like you could either be walking away permanently, or you just lost faith in something. You like, what, effective this moment, this is done, it's over with. Like, or you're gonna be like, all right, you tell me what you need to do, but you end up with the 10 of Pentacles here, the Queen of Wands, the 3 of Wands. So it's gonna work out in your favor. Somebody doesn't want to see you walk away, so they're gonna change the concept of something because now they're looking at your body language. All right, thanks.